Hi everyone, or whoever's on here. Sorry, my setup. Just see what's going on here. I thank you all. We go for participating. Just give me a moment. Let me straighten this all up for us. There we go. That looks better. Okay, and I do believe I'm live. So I'm just writing notes at the same time. Okay, I see some people on there. Perfect. Karmic. I'm going to do a karmic reading later. I actually have already done a really strong message, but I wasn't guided to really post it just yet. Maybe after this, because I didn't feel like it picked up on everything it had to pick up. I have been getting messages all morning in regards to what's going on in this situation, and there is a lot of ups and downs emotionally right now, and it's not just for you. Please do keep in mind it's for your person too. And you know, a lot of people mentioned the video I did where I mentioned, like, he was saying he came from the gutter. It's not your masculine looking for a sympathy from anyone. It's just the energy, like, so you understand your person comes from some darkness, as many of us do, right? And they've learned from that. And moving forward, it's important to keep in mind, it's just like a root that's kind of embedded in them, okay? Just because I did get some comments on that. So anyhow, point being, guys, the energies right now are quite intense, and what I have found to help keep me stable during this time, because I'm going through it just like you guys, right? And for those of you waiting for a reading, I did take a day off yesterday from private readings, or recorded readings as well. And it's just because I'm recharging. And I think a lot of us need to make sure we do not drain ourselves right now at this time, because it is a taxing time in general. The whole energetic field of everywhere is about Christmas right now and spending. And I went to the coffee shop and I heard people talking about spending and spending. And I know everyone has different beliefs. And personally, I stopped wanting presents at a very young age because I felt it was so harmful to people, because everyone was getting me presents and I knew they couldn't afford them. And I don't want to bring that energy to now. Sure, buy gifts, but I think it's kind of better to buy gifts throughout the year so you don't feel like you have to like rush and do this. And I heard people talking about their lists for their mom and their dad and their like stepbrothers and all of this stuff. And it's just, it's an intense energy is the main point. You participate how you want. It's an intense energy all around. And it's not just you feeling this. And that's something very important to remember. And that's something I really have to remind myself when it comes to my situation. I realized, you know, yesterday after texting with my person that I wasn't really concerned about what he was saying. I wasn't really reading what he was saying. I was just concerned about me. And I had this anxiety, and you know, it's something I realized after, so I was able to correct it, like during the time, I should say, because I realized, you know, when he messaged me back and he said some things about his day, and I was just like jumping right into what I had to say, and I was like, wow, you know, he didn't even respond on that, and I don't even know if he noticed because he has a lot of intense stuff going on right now too. But the point is it's like we're not the only ones dealing with shit right now or having this anxiety, this high stress feeling right now. And for those of you, I can't wait to do the karmic reading. I actually pulled out the cat cards because I thought maybe it will soften this energy up. I don't know about that. But for those of you where your person is in a karmic situation, please keep in mind it's probably not a very easy time for them, especially if you're dealing with a situation where the person you're dealing with knows they don't want to be there. And now it's Christmas, you know, and now here's another Christmas there. And It's weird because when you really think about it, and this is something I was thinking about over the last few days, there's these like little openings, these portals where people have a good opportunity to slip out or to leave a situation or to finally, put their foot down. Um, but right now is not one of those times. So chances are, if your person hasn't finalized paperwork or finalized, you know, a separation, they will be spending Christmas at the home, wherever the home is. And it's really important to relax, stay calm, use this time to yourself, to your benefit, to do things that you enjoy, and to be a bit more understanding because you're going to have to be understanding so that you don't hold resentment at this time. So this is just like what I'm picking up, and what I'm even like staying away from in my own situation, like making sure, this is actually a time I need to myself personally, and even my person has a lot going on as well at this time. So I'm sure he could appreciate just a little less stress, you know? So that's just a side note I wanted to say because the energy I woke up to, and I think I already said this or mentioned it, and I did already do a video, I haven't posted it yet, um, is that song, You Better Stop. And like, I don't even listen to that song. I don't know how I really knew it. I was hearing it, but it sounded familiar, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I looked up the video, and it's quite an aggressive energy, actually. But I mean, I understand. The girl's had enough. She's technically the other woman, from what I picked up in the song, and she wants her man or person to stop breaking her heart. And this is the energy of the divine feminine collective right now, the ones that, not the runners. Like, there's a heartbroken energy there. It's out there, and I'm feeling it. And I think that's why I've had to take so much time to make sure my energy was grounded. I'm getting up at 4 or 5 today. I got up at 6 in the morning to jog, just to make sure, like, I need to get that gust of cold in me and just shock my system and refresh it. And I need to switch things up anyhow. But back to that song, the lady just seemed very angry. And it was interesting because afterwards, Barbara Streisand's song came on. And I love Barbara. I grew up with her because my mom listened to her all the time. And Barbara is such a beautiful, gentle soul of a woman. Like, I'm sure she's powerful and strong. But I remember, I'm not sure who said it, or maybe it wasn't someone who said this personally to me. Maybe it was on the news and someone mentioned that she had like the softest hands or the softest, like, welcoming shake or something like that. So, anyhow, point being, when Barbara's song came on, and I think it was called like Woman's Love or something like that, her energy was powerful but soft in that song. And I realized the two different dynamics. And we all have a choice as divine feminines, trying to do our best here and doing our best. Never mind this trying word anymore, actually. I decided that yesterday. Like, no more trying. It's just I am doing. Um, and we want to do our best here. So it's important that we choose which side of the coin we want to take. Being forceful and being aggressive is not the best way to go about any of this. And I think at this time coming into 2020, when there's going to be a lot of foundations built, okay, because it is a 4 year, but I even think of the 2 2, like the 11 11, like two strong entities, two strong masculine feminine energies that are solid on their own and even stronger together. But you're going to be facing a lot because you have your other person there now. You have your twin energy there now. You have that 4 energy there, that 11 11 energy there. So you're going to be facing everything and every tested in every way, like everything you want to be. You're really going to have to live to it. So that's a little ramble, and it's just, I mean, I've spent the last couple days meditating, and even I've just noticed my energy picking up tremendously, and I've also started back on my French classes, which I was like straying away from. But now's the time to get back to center, to get back to your goals, to get back to your whatever you want. You know, you have a lot going for you, every one of you, okay? So when I was talking about that aggressive song, this card came out. Let's see what we have here. This would be the Six of Wands. Interesting. But it's a different type of six. And this is the Sherlock Holmes cards, is it not? I just want to make sure. Okay, I need to remember what these symbols are, because of course they're not wands, they're shoes and question marks. And anyhow, what I'm going with here is my instincts. And I do instinctually feel that this is a Six of Wands energy, but it's not it's very focused, and it's very darkly focused, if you notice. It's kind of like, yeah, they're in the zone. They want to win. They know people are watching them. They're not focused on anyone else, though. They don't give a damn about anyone else. This is probably like a big message in general for the energies right now, because of what I was just saying. You know, this is a time when they are going to have distractions, that they are going to be, there is going to be space. There is going to be probably less communication. They may have a lot going on. I could only imagine. Some people have kids and all of that, you know. So we're starting off with something. And you know what I keep on feeling here, looking at that, is to be reminded that everyone is human, and everyone wants to feel good, and everyone wants to be appreciated and loved, even if, you know, they're not acting like it. I think this card wants to come out here. Let's see what it is. This would be the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. I am going to grab, sorry, 1 second, guys. Well, where is it? Well. Sorry about that. I'm just not into dissecting these symbols right now. It's very annoying, to be honest with you. So anyhow, it would make sense. Regardless, this is a couple. It looks like they're in a church environment. It looks like there could be a child here. But I'll tell you this much, it's empty. So I think that this does go along with the message I've been picking up, that right now is a time where your person may be a little more absent. If they're dealing with the separation at this time, it's probably not completed or finalized, then you can expect them to be in some sort of an absent-minded scenario over the next week. Seriously, this is Christmas week, right? I mean, communication would be appreciated and all of that. I'm just saying, maybe you want to take some space for you as well, and just allow this to play itself out. I watched a video yesterday, and they were talking about silence. And it's not that I think it's the best advice, but it is actually quite good advice to just kind of be silent and let other people make up their own thoughts in their own head, and you just step back and stay quiet. And I don't like saying that, like step back and stay quiet, but I'm just saying, like, maybe right now is not the time to exert any energy. I'm picking up that your person is probably very focused on a situation. He may have to look a certain way. This is a very organized energy here with the black and white checkers on the floor. That looks like a child. Maybe some people are going to be doing like baptisms this week, or weddings this weekend. I don't know if people get married on Christmas, you know, coming up to Christmas weekend. The Four of Who cares? I'm done with looking at those stupid symbols. Shame on you, Sherlock Holmes. Or anyhow, we have the inspector, and we come back to this 4 energy. It's an actual very, it's actually both of them are very, they look like they're inspecting things. This could be at work. This could be with documents, with legal documents. This really could be with legal documents because for me, this is the wands. There's a purse here. You know, maybe your person's moving in silence right now. Maybe your person's not letting everyone know what's going on. Maybe your person, look what's at the bottom here, right? And underneath that is, I'm going to say it's a 10 of who knows what, fire. So wands, figuring these out here. If so, I don't know what type of a reading this is because it's turning into what your person's going to be up to this week. And if so, it looks like your person may have to put on a bit of a show. Okay? Wow. It's just weird that I'm getting such messages, like waking up to that song in my head. So someone may be quite heartbroken over the next, this weekend moving into the week because, it's coming up. Christmas is just basically, what is it, 5 days away? So tell us more about this. It really does look like someone may be attending a wedding or someone, and I'm not saying that they're getting married, but they may have to look a certain way for whatever it is that they'll be attending. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments, and take the power is only one-sided. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Talk to me. DM, I feel he uses me. See, that whole thing about the feeling used, it's actually something within you. I understand exactly what you're feeling and saying, but the truth is that you need to take responsibility for it, and it feels much more solution, like there feels like there's a solution once you take the responsibility. You don't have to put up with things that make you feel bad, but this is the thing. I find if you know how to communicate well, you express yourself so you don't feel so bad. When you can express yourself and get your point across and get your truth out and exactly how you actually feel. I feel like this card, wanted to come out. And get out how you truly feel. You kind of don't put it on the other person anymore. You're like, oh, well, that is how I feel. I am responsible for myself. So, I got to take care of myself. This is actually like an amazing time energetically. I believe, I don't know if we're in Scorpio or Capricorn or anything like that right now, but I feel that we are. Because I feel it's a time of darkness and tests coming back up to creep up there and to see and test you. Where do you really stand? I love this card. I'm sure it's not the rest card, but for me, it is the rest card right now. And even yesterday, though I'm not on my full schedule again, sleep-wise because of the traveling. But even yesterday, I said to myself, like, you just need to shut down. And that's why I've been taking a new meditation course. It actually teaches you how to focus. And that's the main goal, is to teach you how to focus. Because when you can focus and shut your brain down and shut those thoughts down, that is the energy of Zen. And that is the energy of meditation. And I have the Tranquility card there. So for some of you, you need to take a rest. And then do some shadow work. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I wrote notes. I forgot. I have all these notes written down. It's true though, but this is shadow work, and it is a time to do the shadow work because I'm feeling this Capricorn scorpionic energy. I don't know what the connection is. I guess it's just dark. And I think a lot of people are feeling like they've just kind of slipped back into old patterns with their person. And it's not that you slip back into old patterns. The message I'm getting right now is that it's Christmas time and you've probably done this a couple times around. So it's not like, and I'm not laughing at that, but I see what the message is. It's not an old pattern, it's the pattern of the season. Unfortunately, this does exist on your twin flame journey. If you kept a journal every day, you could go back and see similarities at certain months, at certain times, and certain, like when the planets are doing certain things. It just is the way it is. So, and it's coming back up to help you heal it. We got to get to this point where we either focus our attention somewhere else or do the best we can with where we're focusing it. Like, it's just a time of getting responsible. And it really is. And look at this perfection card that came out. And, I wasn't asking a question, but I just feel like the message here is you are perfect just the way you are, even all of your mistakes, even when your little self sticks its head out of you and like causes some shit, you're still perfect. And that's the thing. Like, what is perfect? What is it? That's a problem, right? Because everyone thinks that perfect is even possible. And it's the imperfection that's perfect. So that's the beauty of it. I'm going to let's pull out these cat cards. I was guided to use these cards because I thought I was guided to use it because it would soften things up. And then I looked at the images and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like, the masculine is connecting with this like energy of this. Cats are vicious. I'm sorry. They are. They can be. As much as I love them. I mean, in Paris, I had a real strange encounter with a cat that was like a human. It had a real personality. And it was not nice. So, let's see what's coming out. 10 of Wands, nice and clear. Oh, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the first message I get here, and this is going to be more based on like just the messages I'm getting, and I can already tell that, is like cleaning up the house. Your person has work to do over this weekend. Some of you don't want to hear this, but this is something I have been channeling. At this time, for some of you, remember, like, that has nothing to do with this. So, at this time, for some of you, your person is going to take on that role of partner. Let's leave it at that, partner. Father, maybe, protector, provider, okay? Let's leave it at this. And, when I see this Two of Cups and I see the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, this is about providing, actually providing and doing things to provide. The 10 of Wands, this is carrying the garbage to the home or carrying the garbage out of the home, cleaning up, tidying up, bringing in the food, and the Ace of Pentacles, actually, physically bringing in stuff. And then I see the Two of Cups here, and I see the King of Cups here, which I didn't even notice. But you know what? This can be representing affection, because it's that time of year, guys. And I don't know why I'm so guided to say this stuff to you. I think it might be a hard time for some people. So maybe that's why this message is coming out, to give you an energetic boost. And remember, you are beautiful. You are loved. You are cared for. What you may see over the weekend or feel, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if your person hugs his soon-to-be ex-wife. It doesn't matter if your person hugs his mother of his children. It really doesn't matter. So at this time, and look what we have there. Like, we have the Devil. Like, it's conditioning. This is what this person's conditioned to do. I hope that this reading is good for somebody, like, because this is a really weird reading. I didn't expect it to. I just pulled out all these decks I was guided to pull, but I feel it. And this is a message for people to know, for certain people, and I'm pretty sure there's more than one, that over the next, weekend specifically, maybe a lot of people will be holding parties over the weekend instead of during the week, because Christmas, I think, would be during the week. Maybe attending events, as I said, you know, maybe even buying gifts. And who cares? And that's the kind of the attitude you got to kind of have at this time. Like, it's something you might want to look into, because it's just the time of the year. It's something like that. It's a seasonal thing. It's weird. It's like seasonal for people in a divine connection. If there hasn't been a separation yet, then over the next, it's a good thing. Take a little break over the next week. Just relax over the next month. Nothing's really open. Like, you're not really going to the lawyers and all of that stuff over the next couple weeks. People are on vacation. This is a time of rest and self-love and friggin' knowing that you are perfect. And it's true, and you are loved. That's the message. So, yeah, that's nice that you're taking care of your partner's daughter. That's sweet. And I would just focus on that and never mind anything else, because like with the I don't know if it's Scorpio energy, but I'm claiming it. I'm saying there's Scorpio Capricorn energy right now. And that is powerful. That is powerful. So use it to your advantage. You should be really happy. Like, it sounds like you are really happy to be watching your partner's daughter. How cute. And that's really all you need to focus on. 10 of Cups. This is that family energy, contentment. But I'm feeling that that's not the message attached to this. For some, let's see what we have here. Oh. Well, I'll clarify it, because I'm not going to get carried away with my 3 of Cups. So yeah, that was what it was saying. And it was saying, and the 9 of Pentacles underneath. Your person will be thinking of you for sure, especially during times of loving moments, even if it's like with the child or when they're caring for other people, because they're going to be thinking of how much they wish that you were there. And remember, for many of them, they're not intimate. Like, maybe they'll give a hug or a kiss, but they're not intimate with their person. So it's just going to be a time of suckiness, like, because they're kind of on a break, but they have to play the family role. That's what I'm picking up here. They will be dreaming like about the love that they have for you. They will wander off in their thoughts about that, and they just wish that they could let you know and give you attention too. That's just a side message. I don't know if it's going to continue on here, but yeah, but there's just also an energy like, I gotta be home. For some, it's literally just for the kids. It's literally a show put on for the kids. Oh, let's see what's coming out here. Because your person is feeling trapped. And what this is saying with the 6 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, it's literally like they feel like they live in a prison. And there's some sort of an issue where every time it seems like they can get out, it's like something slows down the progress or the opportunity. And it can be, for an example, Christmas comes along. Like, a lot of masculines were literally on the verge of leaving the karmic situations and having self-value. That's more what it was about, like valuing themselves and being like, I deserve better than this. I don't know why I'm the sole person here taking care of everything here for someone that doesn't treat me good, like that type of an energy. And I would say, let's just say October or even September, like with the Lionsgate, was a very powerful time. And procrastination, who knows what came up because you're not seeing everything. But once again, back to that Knight of Pentacles, back to that slow moving energy, and just sitting there and like, I don't know what that saying is, biting your tail or something, your tail in your mouth or something. Just like, damn, starting over again. I did it again. I didn't let go. You know, for some of them, they didn't let go and in came another kid. And I'm sorry to say that. Like, that must suck to think that your person has sexual activity, but for some of you it does, and some of you it doesn't. And that is just the truth. I'm not trying to get confusing. Like, some people literally are together for a very long time, years, 10 years plus, and no sex. Okay? Some are occasional. And trust me, some of those occasional ones are planned because as a woman, you know you can figure out when your best time is to do what you want to do if you want to make a baby. There's a lot of politics to this whole Christmas time and this whole situation. Don't let it get you. Okay? Don't see, look at it. Feels like it's like, is this ever gonna happen? Is this ever gonna happen? We have that fish. I forget what these fish are called. They're very beautiful. And they get really mad if you put them in a cup with another one. And we have a cat. So I want to pull from this deck now. This deck is quite dark, I find. I'm really excited to do the karmic reading later. I know you guys probably, I really want to do way more karmic readings again. I don't know why I'm guided to, but I'm getting that energy for them. So I'm just slowly but surely building up my energy. And I find the more collective readings I do, especially live, the more I rebuild my energy, which is great because my trip, London particularly, took a toll on me. So, Ace of Swords. So we're starting here with the Divine Feminine, okay? I'm 1000% sure here. This is your energy right now. And it's kind of like the enough is enough energy, but you're still being calm. For whoever this is for, there's growth here and there's death here and there's light and there's dark, some confusion here. It's in the, is it in the air? Is it in the mountain? We don't know. But there's a glimmer of hope. And there's the force of like truth. And there's a delay. There's a stuck energy, right? Because the sword is in the stone. And you guys know that movie. I used to watch that as a child. And only one person can take that sword out. It is a destined event. And sometimes that person doesn't even know. I'm personally picking up now. Not sure whose energy I'm picking up here just yet. We'll have to clarify. But like your person is the one who can take this sword out of your heart. And until then, it's like the truth will be lodged in there. You will heal. There's healing happening. But it's not easy. You just have that like glimmer of hope, you know, and that's really most important anyways. That's what you have to have. It's a good time for prayers, for meditation, I'm telling you, because sometimes that hope is all you have. And don't think the impossible is ever written in stone. People thought this could never come out. Don't forget that. But we know the story. see what else is going on here. We know the story. This is a message for you, Divine Feminine. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a change in events that happens out of nowhere, especially, I would say, during a time of a new year. Happens out of nowhere. But with that cycle on there, with all of the signs on there, with the sun on there, 3 people on there, and there's a man walking away. I could read this card so many ways. It's actually quite beautiful because it shows a divine energy having a part in turning this wheel. But there's also an energy here of allowing this person to walk away and to walk out that door, and then separation amongst everyone, to be honest. So what I'm picking up with that is you've had a part in this. You've had a part in this awakening moment for your person that's going to be coming up. This is a fated change of events, unexpected, the impossible made possible with the sword and the stone here. But it's not like it just turns and then the person's in your bed. Actually, this person seems to be very brokenhearted about the situation. It's just hard on the person. That's all. You know, losing anyone that you're used to, it's just like, what is it called? Stockholm syndrome or whatever the frig that is, where people get hypnotized, let's just say, by their people that kidnap them. And then they don't even run away. They can bring them to the grocery store. They can bring them to the pharmacist. They can bring them to the doctors. And they're not going to tell the doctor, I've been kidnapped. And then on top of it, when someone helps them, removes them from their kidnapper, they beg to go back to the kidnapper, many of them, because that's what they know. So it's just hard for anyone to have the change. And that's true. You see it. You see people that kidnapped babies and then they go to take the baby away from the mom, that's not really the mom, the kidnapper, and the baby's crying to get back to that person that kidnapped them. They don't know any better, but they know they have an attachment to that person. Whether it's healthy or not, that's not for people to determine. It's still an attachment. So that's why I see this man. It's a masculine energy by the looks of it, walking away. But he's walking away from everything for a bit. He really is. Look at that, King of Cups. And I was looking at this King of Cups because it's that same red energy. This guy's going to walk away for a bit. This guy's going to have get his ducks in order. And what I think that is about, it's about facing his truth. Losing, some ego. He's going to be drinking maybe or something, This guy's drinking. I see a wand all lit up. That's annoying, but hey, I just felt that annoyance there. Okay, well, looks like maybe some partying. Let your person, honest to God, I think it's a really good idea. If and when your person, the change of events happen and they do come out of this toxic situation, let them go. Let them be free. Let them explore, because this is the real deal. And they don't have to explore. Maybe they won't explore. Maybe they'll be like, I don't want to explore. I don't need to be free. Who knows? But I would still suggest giving them space and actually forcing it. It's not okay to just jump from one situation to another. There is healing. There's actually a way to break up properly where you actually cut ties. And many people don't take the time to learn that, especially not the masculines. So let them go, let them drink, let them party if that's what they want to do, if that's what they're going to do when they walk away, because it's not going to last long. Their mind is always going to wander back to you, no matter what. In fact, the more that they party, the more they're going to want to come back. And when I say party, it's just an easy way for me to just say go drink and who knows what else. But that's what we call it, partying around here. And no, I don't party anymore. But I can see, like, for some of your masculines, that's the thing. I'm a really lucky gal because I got my partying days out when I was in my 20s. I did it and I had a lot of fun. And it was like a really great experience many times. Many times it wasn't. A lot of life lessons. But some of the masculines, they haven't really been, they've been so straight and narrow, to be honest. So you kind of want to let them get out and make sure that they realize what they have, which I'm sure they do. Like, I'm sure there's no doubt. The Ace of Pentacles here, there's no doubt. I'm sure there's no doubt. And I feel like, and it's not even about the fact that you need to send them away, but you sending that energy out and saying, you can do what you want. You have the power. Look at Six of Cups here. You have the power to take control and do whatever choice you want. I'm not controlling you. You're a human being. That might actually make your person, this is future energy, guys and girls, but that might make your person come forward and propose. That type of freedom. So I'm just saying what I see there with that guy on his knees. That's the Knight of Wands. We never saw a Knight of Wands get off his horse and get down on his knees. So, and this reaching out energy too, and the Six of Cups, I just feel like that's some good advice there, to let your person go. You stay strong, focus on you, focus on your spirit, because it all comes from within. I'm thinking about taking another course, and I really recommend everyone do that. Invest in themselves. But this course, like, I know it. It's actually the foundation of all of the spiritual courses I've taken. You don't do any paperwork. You do internal work. And it actually really does reflect on the outside. Things will just start changing. I can't explain it, but you do got to kind of keep it up and invest in yourself. I'm doing yearly investments right now because they can be expensive, but so worth it and so eye-opening. It really will, because we're all kind of covering something up that needs work. It really, we all have something we're not really facing that needs work. And the more work you do, the sooner this offer can come in. So we're back here to the beginning. And I'm guided to just leave it. I took a look, took a feel. And that's the message, guys. I really appreciate you being here. And this was a really deep message. This was beyond just cards. But I guess that's what happens when I haven't done a live for a while. And maybe I'll post that other video I did earlier tomorrow or something. I really feel that it actually goes along with this, because it talks about what you're not seeing. And this has to do with someone that's a married couple. So maybe I will post that video. It's actually interesting now that I put them together. So I think that's all. Thank you so much. Yeah, look out for the other video. It's called Stop Sam, because that's the name of the song. So it talks a bit about that song energy as well. I think it's like You Better Stop Sam or something like that. So I just have to download it. And I will put that up because it actually does talk about a marriage or a couple that's married. And I think there's multiple messages here, but there is some about, a couple putting on a happy face, So that's interesting. And that's all for now. If you want to book a reading over the weekend, you can email me directly, because I think I've shut down the weekend readings like on my website, just because I want to be selective over the next couple days and just make sure it's all on my time for my energy level. And I will be working on recorded readings. I have quite a few to do, but all the Paris readings are done. And readings booked like about 2 weeks ago are all done. maybe even 1 week ago, but I do have about 5 people to send or to do recorded readings for still. Some of those are karmic, so you'll know who I'm talking about, the karmic readings. And that's it. I'm just letting you guys know. You're Genevieve also. Oh, Jeannie, yeah, I have my Jeannie channel, and I have to get on that because I took a break and I haven't been posting pick-a-cards. I do have another channel called Jeannie Tarot, and it's where I get to do like my free time stuff, which is pick-a-cards. I just love pick-a-cards, but I got to get into it more. So it's a new experience for me, and I thought I'd start a channel from scratch and just really for myself more than anything. So thank you all. Yeah, that's the name of the other video. It's Stop Sam. I think I better post it. Actually, I have it here. I'm going to put it up. I have it. I already downloaded it. I forgot. So you should see. I'll put the premiere stuff there. You should see it kind of coming up, I hope. I hope it is. Divine Feminine. Let's see. Oh. No. Anyhow, guys, you can keep your eyes open and it should be up momentarily. And yeah, it's called Stop Sam. And I'll try to remember to make sure that's on there just in case it changed its name. And thank you for all my new subscribers. That's friggin' awesome. I'm definitely purposely raising my vibration to call in more people and to touch more people. Now that I saw how many people like viewed my videos and stuff over the last year, it's kind of amazing. Okay, so I think it's uploading, guys. So I'm gonna get off of here, and you can look forward to seeing that other video posting really shortly, okay? Thank you for being here. Bye for now.